Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. It's me, Chris, and you are watching Coins in the Wild. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. I wanted to take a few minutes and share with you the opening of a 1957 U.S. Mint proof set. As you know, these contain the Franklin half, the Jefferson Nickel, the Roosevelt Dime, the Lincoln cent, and the Washington quarter. And what is especially unique about pre-modern coins is that these are mostly silver coins with the exception of the Lincoln cent and the Jefferson nickel. Well, let's get right into it. As you know, I've shown on earlier videos, I had some sealed proof sets that I bought. So this is an envelope that had never been opened. And today we're going to actually open the cello pack and take a look at these coins together. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up. And I'll give you a quick look at this. One of the things that I look for on these pre-modern sets is try to avoid finding anything that might have milk spots or some residue from the cello pack. As you can see there, this is a Philadelphia Mint, U.S. Mint proof set. So generally what I do is I just go ahead and take my scissor on the $50 and quarter size, and I'm careful so that I don't actually touch the coins with the scissors, and then I just kind of gently release them from the cello pack. So I can do this without touching the quarter, maybe not. So there we go. So let's start with these two. Let's go ahead and get into the Franklin half. Generally speaking, the Franklin half is the most popular of the coins. Now, if you take a look at that, you'll see right above the 7 there's a bit of a milk spot or some sort of a residue. This is a fairly good quality though Franklin half. I would say it's got a bit of a cameo, not much, but just a little, just a bit. And then let's take a look at the reverse of the coin and see if we've got any activity here on the back. Nope, it's looking really good. And somebody pointed out to me in an earlier video, and I apologize for not knowing as much as I should about some of these coins, that the proof coins actually don't have the distinction of having full bow lines or not. They just are full bow lines, so I apologize for that. As you know, this is a semi-educational channel, just meaning that I don't know everything about coins, and so I'm learning along the way with everyone else. But you'll notice this is a fairly well-struck coin. The fields are fairly clean. They've got a little bit of a shiny speckle there, and it's just an indication of how well struck this coin is and how clear the fields are. So basically, I think on a Franklin half overall, very good specimen of a Franklin half. What we basically have is just that spot right there. I don't know if it's a little toning. It could just be toning. Maybe not even a silver or residue spot, just a bit of toning above the 57. So not sure if this is something that we would really be concerned about having cleaned. Overall, the coin is in really excellent condition. So what do you think? Hope you enjoy that. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Washington quarter. So this is a 1957 Washington quarter proof. And as I mentioned earlier, the pre-moderns have the distinction of actually being silver, or mostly silver, 90% I believe. And take a look at that. This one too has a bit of a toning on the quarter itself. Right there above the forehead of George Washington on the upper left, you can see that there. Overall, the fields are really well struck. You got a bit of a speckle there, a little reflection. Looking at this 57 for anything unique. Let's see what's going on there. I don't know if that's a reflection or if that's a strike. I'll have to take a closer look at that. That's interesting. That is interesting. I'll have to take a closer look at that and compare it to maybe some other images. Let's take a look though at the reverse of the coin after looking at the obverse. Good looking Washington quarter. And again then right over that eagle's wing, the left, since we're facing it, it's on the left. You see there's a bit of a toning spot there as well. And then, oops, watch my finger. And I don't really see anything else. This is one that I might need to put under the 10 times magnifier and see what's going on with it. So overall, a very nice proof Washington quarter. So I'll set that down. And if you're wondering about this little tray that I have here, I made this myself. I bought the materials from Walmart, and this is a spongy membrane. I actually doubled it up and used some glue to glue that down so my coins are never damaged when I drop them out of the cello packs, and it actually just falls on a very, very soft surface. It's a rubber surface, and so no damage is ever done to my coins, since that was a little idea that I came up with to protect my coins. Let's see if I can get this thing out a little easier. Yep, come on, there it goes. Get rid of this. Okay, so let's go and take a quick look at our Jefferson Nickel. Appears to be very well struck. Sometimes you can feel it. Maybe that's just me, the sensitivity of my fingers. I don't do, I'm not saying this the wrong way, I apologize if I am, but I don't do manual labor for a living. I work with my pen and paper, so to speak, or my laptop. Not that I'm against that. I've had different jobs over the years. I love working hard, and I work hard in what I do, and sometimes I'm mentally exhausted because of that. But the reason why I'm mentioning that is I tend to feel the coins. The sensitivity of my fingers is there, and I can tell sometimes when a coin is especially well struck by just touching the rim of the coin. So let me do this. This Jefferson Nickel feels especially well struck, and that's why I'm bringing it up. And yeah, it is actually very well struck. Look at that. I can get that on the camera on my iPad. So that just gives you an idea of what a nice specimen this Jefferson Nickel is. 1957 Jefferson Nickel. Beautiful coin. Really, really feels good in my hands. Wow, look at that. You can see it. And the fields are clear. Everything looks good. Nice sample. Very nice coin. Okay, let's go over to our Roosevelt Dime. Let's take a look at the reverse first. Yep, really well struck Roosevelt Dime. Look at that. And then let's take a look at the obverse. Roosevelt Dimes are a funny thing, and I don't know if you've noticed it. It's just such a small coin. They all seem to be very, very well struck. Even when I was going through all of my mint sets, I had difficulty finding, unless the coin actually had some residue on it from the cellophane, I had difficulty finding a poor specimen of a Roosevelt Dime. Really did. And for a while I was on a streak where they were all like mint state 68s for about 10 years, because I was doing them 10 years at a time. And so it was really, really interesting that I was finding that quality of coin. Of course, I was grading them myself, me being a novice or a beginner grader. And so worst case, I always looked at it, I said, well, worst case, it's a MS66 plus, or it's an MS67 if I don't know what I'm doing. So, but that just gives you a general idea. They're just all so well struck. It seems to me on this Lincoln cent, 1957 Lincoln cent proof, I don't know about you, doesn't it seem like there's a bit of a residue all over the front of the Lincoln cent? Now it could be, I'm trying to look at it over the camera, it could be it's just the fields, but honestly that looks like it's got residue all over the obverse of this Lincoln cent, or maybe some toning or something is actually happening. And this Lincoln cent as well, just feeling it in my hands, the Lincoln cent appears to be very well struck as well. And I think it's residue. You can just see it all over the reverse. So maybe that cello pack was finally breaking down. But this is a nice looking Lincoln cent. Maybe if the residue is removed, it might grade fairly high. So, and I'm not very good with proofs. I understand it's very difficult to grade proofs accurately. So that's probably the next thing I'm going to jump into, is learning to grade proof coins more accurately. Well, what do you think, YouTube? It's a nice looking set of coins. If I had to give any coin the highlight, I would say it's between two coins. the Franklin half, which I'm a huge fan of, Franklin half, and the Jefferson Nickel, I would say. And I'm going to show the reverse because I think the reverse is just incredible. The fact that my iPad camera can pick that up is pretty well, you'll notice the distinction of the full steps. And that's just something that's true of all Jefferson Nickel proof coins, or at least the pre-moderns. And you can just see how well struck that coin is because it's really showing up well. My camera, and I apologize for the handshake. My hand is resting on the table and it's kind of floating around there. Well, what do you think? Pretty nice set of coins. So thanks again, YouTube, for watching the 1957 U.S. Mint proof set made by the Philadelphia Mint. So you can see there, we got the little token or tag there. Well, YouTube, thanks again for watching. I look forward to sharing our next video with you. The next video is going to be probably a breakdown of 1958 proof sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a 63. So we'll do, maybe we'll do 2 or 4 of the 1958 US Mint proof sets in our next video. Well, YouTube, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks again for tuning into the channel. Please hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It's me, Chris, and you're watching Coins in the Wild. Thanks again, YouTube. We'll see you soon. Bye now.